So it was like, it's really myself in this picture. And the reaction that I also received from people, yes, this is you, and this is you in the business, or where we see we see you as a business professional.
So here I have Dr. Viviana Premazzi, and she's the course director and lecturer at Learning Works. And she's also the senior lecturer at Center for the Liberal Arts and Science at the University of Malta. She's the founder at Global Mindset Development. So can you briefly introduce yourself, please?
Absolutely. And thank you so much for having me. So my name is Viviana Premazzi. I'm Italian, but I live in Malta. And in here, I founded Global Mindset Development, who is a training and consultancy services company. Typically, we work on intercultural management, intercultural communication, and cultural and religious diversity and inclusion. And we do the same with the university courses and at Learning Works. So try to help companies and individuals that they work internationally or they work across cultures and with people from different cultures, in person at the office or remotely, as it's happening more and more nowadays.
Yes. Okay, so the first question is we had a photo shoot for your personal headshots. What do you think about the photo shoot we did? And can you tell us your experience?
Absolutely. And I still remember like we very as a very, very nice experience because sometimes I speak a lot, so I'm kind of comfortable with video and in conferences. But then when I have someone taking picture, it's like because the shot is in the moment. So you have to be good in that specific moment when the picture is taken. And I think with you was really an experience. So it was not just the moment, but it was the relationship we built before, the relationship we built during the photo shoot, the preparation, and the way you also in your studio, you kind of welcome the person who's gonna do the photo shoot. So it become very informal and familiar, even if then we're gonna take business photo shoot or headshot that we're gonna use for business purposes. So I think for sure, despite your quality and the result that I love, I think it's really also about the experience of actually then get those picture and the way you actually are comfortable and then you see yourself in kind of the best version of yourself.
Exactly. And also your colleague, your friend, Kirsten, you recommend her to come for photo shoot. And I'm super, super grateful for that. And we also had fantastic results for Kirsten. Another question. Okay. Do you remember what was it like before and after you had the photo shoot?
I think it also came at a point in my career here in Malta where I was still maybe judging myself, where I was not still so sure of define myself as an entrepreneur, define myself as a business person, define myself. And I know for women, and you mentioned also Kirsten, and like we share with many women maybe the same feeling. So we are actually in in the workplace, we are actually in business, we're actually entrepreneurs, we are like self-employed, but then still we are struggling to see ourselves sometimes in the way other people see easily, but we cannot see ourselves. And I think the pictures, maybe at the beginning, I also can kind of had an estrangement. So it was like, it's really myself in this picture. And the reaction that I also received from people, it was kind of a confirmation that, yes, this is you, and this is you in the business, or where we see we see you as a business professional. So it actually was very good. I think it was a very good point in my career in Malta, in my career internationally. It was then at the end, actually right before COVID, that then kind of we took the picture, and then we know how much then we use for all the social media and the communication online during COVID. So I think it was really a turning point for me in my business life and professional life.
That's fantastic. I'm so glad to hear it. Yeah. The transition, like I would like this opportunity, like to document if there's opportunity to document each everyone growth after the photo shoot, it would be just lovely. Yeah. When you think back, like the experience you went through. This is also one question I just think about. Before the photo shoot, when you after you booked it, did you have you thought about like, oh, I feel not sure about doing
I
this?
wanna do yes.
Yeah,
Yes, yes, absolutely. Because I
everyone.
yeah, exactly.
It's like everyone told me that I was not sure if I'm doing the right thing. This is
Yeah,
something out of my comfort zone.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really
And I
cool.
think
So
it's also about again, I remember I met you and you kind of started discussing with me this about like women and photography. And I think even more for women, because sometimes we don't want to recognize this for ourselves. So it was also like, do I deserve this? Do I deserve to invest in a photo shoot for myself? And the answer is yes. You have to, you deserve, and it's a good recognition, and it's so useful for the future.
exactly, exactly. We find that like branding wise with headshots, like it is so important you have something professional, especially you are a speaker in so many events and you are a lecturer. So the photo is so useful. I've seen it everywhere. And every time I see it, it was like, oh my God, that was my photo. I'm so
Thank
happy. Thank you so much, Viviana,
thank
for
you.
this. Okay,
Thank you.
bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.